particle moving in a circle of radius r with uniform speed takes time t to complete one revolution. तो 2 pi r divided by uniform speed को v ले लेते हैं, तो 2 pi r divided by v is equal to t. If this particle is projected with the same speed at an angle theta to the horizontal, the maximum height attained by it is equal to 4r. ठीक है, अब ये v है और इसके थीटा, तो the maximum height becomes v square sin square theta upon 2g. ठीक है, और ये है 4r के बराबर. Okay, the angle of projection is given by, so let us do this. So v square, so v becomes 2 pi r by t, so 4 pi square r square by t square into sin square theta. ये हम लोगों ने क्या किया, ये v हम लोगों ने यहाँ से लिया है. ठीक है, we have just put this v here. Okay, so sin square theta into 1 by 2g is equal to 4r. Okay, so therefore sin square theta becomes 2g t square divided by pi square r. So therefore theta becomes sin inverse of root 2g t square by pi square r, which is the first option. Thank you. The speed of swimmer is 4 km per hour in still water. The swimmer makes his strokes normal to the flow of river of width 1 km, reaches a point. Okay, so this is the swimmer swimming, and the swimmer makes his strokes normal to the flow of river. So basically the swimmer is going in this direction with 4 km per hour, and this is 1 km. So therefore the time taken will be 1 km divided by 4 km per hour, which is 1 by 4 hours. Okay, but then he reaches a point 750 meters down the stream on this. Okay, so the river velocity is this vr, so 1 by 4 into vr will become 0.7 kilometers. Okay, so 1 by 4 r, so vr becomes 0.75 into 4, that is 3 kilometers per hour. So our answer is 3. Thank you. A body starts falling freely from a height h. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से ये फॉल कर रहा है, and this is height h. Okay, hits an inclined plane in its path at a height h. और यहाँ से हिट किया ये इंक्लाइन प्लेन, और कहाँ पे हिट किया, द हाइट ऑफ h पे हिट किया. As the result of this perfectly elastic impact, the direction of the velocity of the body becomes horizontal. ठीक है, तो इसके बाद फिर the body goes horizontal. The value of h by h for which the body will take the maximum time to reach the ground. अच्छा, so this is h, so this becomes h minus h. So now how much time it takes? So s equals ut plus half at square. So h minus h is equal to u. Initial velocity was 0 because it starts falling freely, तो initial velocity जो है 0 था. तो half into g into t square. ठीक है, t1 ले लेते हैं, यहाँ पे t1 हो गया. So t1 becomes root over 2 h minus h divided by g. ये हो गया पहला. अब इसके बाद फिर यहाँ पे इसका y डायरेक्शन में वेलोसिटी इज अगेन 0, सो h इज इक्वल टू हाफ g t2 स्क्वायर हो जाएगा. कैसे? क्योंकि अब देखिए, अब जब यहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं तो बेसिकली है ना, इसका है ना, तो बेसिकली now this is going in x direction, velocity इसका x direction में हो गया है, तो y direction में तो velocity 0 है ना, so uy is actually 0. and now to again है ना h height को cover करने के लिए, so we can put like this, sy is equal to uy t2 plus half into a t2 square. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इन वाई डायरेक्शन इज 0, तो इसीलिए t2 हो गया 2 इंटू एस वाई डिवाइडेड बाय a विच इज g, ठीक है, और ये रूट. सो नाउ वी हैव दीज टू टाइम्स, है ना, t1 प्लस t2. सो मैक्सिमम टाइम टू रीच द ग्राउंड. ओके, सो मैक्सिमम टाइम टू रीच द ग्राउंड, तो टोटल टाइम कितना हो जाएगा, t1 प्लस t2 विच इज एक्चुअली रूट ओवर 2 h माइनस h बाई g प्लस रूट ओवर 2h बाई g, विच बिकम्स रूट ओवर 2 बाई g रूट h माइनस h प्लस रूट ओवर h. नाउ दिस हैज टू बी मैक्सिमम. तो ये हो गया f ऑफ h को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं रूट ओवर h माइनस h प्लस रूट h. f dash h should be 0, so this makes it 1 by 2 over root h minus h minus 1 plus 1 by 2 root h should be 0. This makes root h minus root h should be equal to 0. That means root h minus h should be equal to root h. H minus h becomes h, so therefore h is h by 2. So now what is the value of h by h? So the value becomes 2. So 2 is the answer. Thank you. The ball rolls off the top of a stairway. Okay, this is the stairway with horizontal velocity u. It rolls off with horizontal velocity u. The steps are 0.1 meter high and 0.1 meter wide. This is again 0.1, this is 0.1. The minimum velocity u with which the ball just hits the step 5 of the stairway will be root x. 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5, fifth. So it has to cross here. It has to travel such a way. It has to cross here. Okay, fine. So so height, it goes down as 0.4 meter. Okay, time taken should be, the time taken becomes root over 2 into h by g. So this is root over 2 into 0.4 divided by 10, which is root over 0.08. That is the time taken. Now in this time, this u should be such a way, so u into t should be greater than 0.4. So therefore, like u into root over 8 by 100 should be greater than 4 by 10. So this is gone, this is gone. So u should be greater than 4 by root 8. So this actually is root 16. So root 16 by root 8, 2. So u should be greater than root 2. So therefore x is 2. Thank you. With the radius of the curvature of the path of two particles of the same mass, so mass is same, 3:4. So one is 3r and one is 4r. Okay, then in order to have constant centripetal force, the velocity, okay, so m into v1 square by 3r should be equal to m into v2 square by 4r. This goes, goes. So v1 upon v2 should be root 3 by 2. A is the answer. Thank you. A particle of mass m is projected with a velocity u, making an angle 30 degree with the horizontal. ठीक है, और ये जो है 30 degree है, this is u. The magnitude of the angular momentum of the projectile about the point of projection when the particle is at maximum height is. अच्छा, तो ये actually ऐसा गया है particle कुछ, ठीक है. So this becomes angular momentum. So this is R cross mv. This is the angular momentum. Okay, so let us come here. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे इसका वेलोसिटी इस डायरेक्शन में हो गया u cos theta, which is 30 degree. So u into root 3 by 2. Okay, now this is maximum height, so this is u square sine square theta by 2g, and this is half of range, so this is u square sine 2 theta by 2g. So if you calculate this alpha, so tan alpha becomes sine square theta by sine 2 theta, which is sine theta by, so 1 by 2 sine theta by cos theta. So this is half into tan theta. Tan theta is, tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3, so it is 1 by 2 root 3. Okay, now what you have to calculate is R cross mv. Okay, so now R cross mv, so this is m u root 3 by 2 into this r sine theta. R sine theta is actually u square sine square theta by 2g. So u square into sine square theta, sine square theta is 1 by 4 into 1 by 2g. So this is m u cube root 3 by 16g. This is the answer. So we are actually not calculating r sine alpha, because r sine alpha anyway we know here. No? So basically this also, this tan alpha was also not required. Okay, thank you. Projectiles A and B are thrown at angles of 45 degree and 60 degree with vertical respectively from the top of a 400 meter tower. So you have 400 meter high tower, and this is A projectile and this is B projectile. A जो है 45 degree है vertical से, and B is at 60 degree with the vertical. Now if the ranges and times of flight are same, okay, the ratio of the speeds of projection, so time of flight अगर same है, ठीक है, so what's going to happen is that for A in this direction it's going to be UA cos 45 degree, which is UA by root 2. For B, the velocity in this direction is UB cos of 30 degree, because this is 30 degree, which is UB root 3 by 2. Now since their time of flight is same, so therefore the range becomes UA by root 2 into time of flight, and for the second one also it's going to be the same, so it's UB root 3 by 2 into time of flight. Both get cancelled, so UA upon UB becomes root 3 upon root 2, so D becomes the answer. Thank you.